welcome back to Trucking California with Velox 18. We're starting another week. We're going back to St. George, Utah. Same old, same old. I have a challenge this week though. I have a challenge. I got my fuel bill today for last week, and well, it's not pretty, man. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. I spent $3,200 last week on fuel, man. $3,200. $3,200 on fuel. There's not a lot I can do about the price of fuel, other than going and trying to get the best price I can, which I will be doing. But the main thing is that this truck right here, I did 2,650 miles. It was $1.02 per mile to run this truck. $1.02, and I need to get that lower. There's only one way to do that, and that's by driving differently. When I look at the fuel I put in, just the truck tanks, not the reefer, not the DEF, just the diesel, I'm getting under 5.5 miles a gallon. Now this truck, it's a square nose. It's not gonna get any more aerodynamic. It's not. I've got a reefer with a flat top. It's not gonna get any more aerodynamic. It's not. I've got an X15 with 2,050 foot-pounds of torque, but I don't have to use all 2,050 foot-pounds of torque and all 565 horsepower. All right, so this right here is where we're gonna make our money this week. On the accelerator, we're gonna lay off. We're gonna back it down. We're gonna slow it down. We're gonna be el hueso despacio this week. Despacio Velox. All right, that's gonna be the theme of the week. We're gonna try and relax a little bit and see. We're gonna challenge ourselves to get better than 6 miles per gallon. I know how to drive. I just don't like to drive that way. I got a little bit of a heavy foot. I may not go 70 miles an hour, you know, on the 55-mile-an-hour highways in California, but I definitely get up to speed as quickly as I can. My foot's on the floor, so you know, just drive a little different. So anyway, so that's what this video, that's what this whole week is. That's what we're going to be talking about. The challenge of trying to lower my fuel cost from the crazy fuel bill I had last week, $3,200, and get it down to a more manageable amount, because that money just coming straight out of my pocket. That's something I can control. I can control how I drive. So that's what we're gonna be doing. That was a long explanation. That was a long intro. My shoulder is getting tired from holding up my phone to record this. So just roll the music, man. Just roll the music. Gosh, I gotta change arms. I think I need rotator cuff surgery from all this recording I do. Roll the music. Fueled up and on our way over here. I put 500 bucks in at my yard, kind of the same way I started last week. My yard has some of the cheapest fuel in all of California. It's still $5.59. If I went down to the to one of the Pilots or Flying J's down in Bakersfield or something, it's like $6.29 or $6.39 or something like that. So I mean, I'm paying like 70-80 cents less than what those guys are paying. I think it's $5.99 still at the Easy Trip, so I'm paying 40 cents less to get it at my yard than I am if I get it down there. So we'll start the week off with you know, almost full tank. I put 500 bucks in, it didn't quite fill it up. I put a little bit in the reefer too to keep that up to 3/4 full. So that's how we're gonna start this week. And then while the truck was warming up, I kind of looked ahead to see where I might fuel on this trip, because I'm kind of, you know, really taking that challenge this week, not just to drive different and burn less fuel with the with El Hueso, with the X15, with this thirsty truck, but also, you know, I might as well try to maximize my profits by finding the cheapest fuel I can too. And a lot of you guys have had suggestions. I appreciate it. I have taken into consideration a lot of the things you guys have suggested. The TCS fuel card from Convoy, NASTIC, OOIDA. Like, I know there's a lot of different cards and a lot of different places where you can get discounts on fuel. I just try to do what works best for me and the routes that I typically take. And I also have the Mudflap app. And so along those lines, I checked out the Mudflap app. In fact, look at this. So I have a Convoy card right here. Convoy card. And so that gets me decent discounts at TAs and Petros and some other ones, but I haven't activated it yet, because I was looking and I'm like, my yard has better fuel costs than that, and then, you know, the easy trip down to Madera ends up right around the same amount as the TA Petros with the discount. So but the mud flap, they haven't had a lot of truck stops along my route, but now they do, and one of them in Mesquite, Nevada, has $3.99 fuel right now. So that's where we're gonna get fuel when we're out there. Just a little fuel stop, little ConocoPhillips. So yeah, so that's the plan, man. We're gonna try and do this fuel thing, but we gotta go through this weird little neighborhood into this industrial area, get ourselves over to Americold. We're 15 minutes early, so we're doing good. Should be able to check in and hopefully back right into a dock. Last time I got here about this same time, and they had me out of here for my 10 a.m. appointment. They had me out of here at 10:45. So no, 10:40. It wasn't even 10:45 yet. 10:40. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hopefully do the same thing today that we've done the last few times, and just boom, bam, and get the heck out of here. But I'll catch up with you guys when we get over here and get in the dock. How about that? All right, we didn't have to wait for the dock to open up. The dock was open and ready, and as soon as I checked in, the forklift driver said, "All right, go ahead, take it to the dock," because he knows which dock I need. We're not gonna go down that other dock ever again. The one that faces in. I can't tell if that car is going to come straight through this intersection. Go ahead and come on by, car. There you go. All right. Now we can sling this thing in here. All right, that was easy enough, and we're gonna get loaded up pretty quick. But while we're getting loaded, I'm gonna look for a load for Friday, because I have my backhaul for Tuesday covered, but my backhaul for Friday is yet to be determined. And I'll be honest, I woke up and checked it this morning, and it didn't look promising. It really didn't. Yeah, not sure exactly how it's gonna work, but I gotta go open these doors up. But we'll take a look at that in a second. All right, there it is. Got it in here into the back cave, and now we're just gonna wait to get loaded and look for a backhaul for Friday. And I'm kind of glad it's in the shadows and the shade, because it's kind of dirty. All right, let's take a look at what we got coming out of St. George, coming back towards Turlock, back towards home for this Friday. Yeah, 2 loads, man. 2 loads, Henderson to Porterville. Porterville's 150 miles south of me, but
still 900 is not a great rate. I mean, it's 341 miles. So it is, and I'd be deadheading from St. George. So I'd be 135 deadhead on that side and 154 deadhead on the back side just to get home. So you add those into the equation, it's pretty much an extra 300 miles on top of the... So I'd be looking at 650 miles for $900. Man, I can't do that. And then hopefully more loads pop up, later this week, but it may just be one of those weird weeks. I don't know. Another option I have is to deadhead into California and pick up a load in Southern California and bring it back up north. So let's see what we got there. Man, only 20 loads. Let's see. And 20 loads is like, a lot of those are repeat loads and stuff, so it's not even a full 20 on the DAT load board. This is one we saw last week, when we checked last week just to see what was going on for this week. They TQL had this load sitting here, and 1,500 to go from Riverside to Modesto is not ideal, but I don't know, man. I just don't know. We'll see. That might be something I'll end up calling on, but I'm kind of holding out, hoping that something else pops up. Ocean Express Logistics, they don't have a blue check mark, which means they don't get factored by whatever the new factoring company that DAT has a deal with. But nevertheless, if they don't end up with a check mark from one of these companies that's affiliated with DAT, typically my factoring company won't factor them either. They're either new, they don't have credit, or they have bad credit. It just kind of is like that. So even though that that would be kind of cool, going Ontario straight to Turlock, this place, Ocean Express Logistics out of Stockton, doesn't have a blue check mark here, so I would have to check my factoring company to see if they could factor them. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. We'll just hold out till later in the week, and we'll see what happens, because I'm not really excited about the possibilities on Friday. And this one, even if it doesn't have any appointment times or anything, so think about me delivering in Utah and having to deadhead like 5.5 hours into Ontario or Riverside. It's got to be an afternoon pickup for me to be able to make it. I can't just take any load from Riverside to Modesto. So it's got to pick up in the afternoon and then deliver the next morning. That's kind of by doing that much deadhead, it really kind of limits me. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Should almost be loaded right now. I think we're almost done, so we'll get the heck out of here. All right, we are loaded up. It is 10:42. So we did good, and we got this thing. Yeah, I really like picking up loads over here. So hey, not every Americold is a frustrating place to deal with. All right, let's just make note of that. The Americold number 1 here in Turlock is pretty stinking amazing, man. I love it. Always on the ball. Always got their stuff together. Show up on time for your appointment. Get loaded within half an hour every time. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, we'll get on down this road and get ourselves headed towards Utah. Let's go. All right, hold on. We can't go fast motion yet or anything, because I've gotta tell you guys, I've gotta show you guys what I'm dealing with here on trying to keep my boost gauge under 20 pounds in order to accelerate without burning up a bunch of fuel. Driving, accelerating a lot slower than I'm used to accelerating. I just want you guys to see the difference here. So we're keeping it under 20, making sure we're not burning unnecessary fuel. We don't need to get into that turbo. Oh, we hit 20. I bag it down, bag it down. Don't get too crazy there. Can you guys tell that difference? I mean, it's kind of a huge difference. And I got 37,000 pounds in the box, so I'm decently heavy. I'm probably, I mean, that puts me at about 72, 73,000, something like that, 74,000. Wait, I'm 36, 37 is 73, something like that, 73,000. And that's if we're at the same weight as we were last time. Yeah, we're at 37,000, so yeah, we're at 73,000 gross weight, and not even going uphill or anything, just trying not to accelerate too gnarly here. Just trying to, I mean, I got a Freightliner Cascadia on my butt right now, and he was way behind me. Way behind me. But hey, this thing, that's how this thing works when you're trying to save fuel. You're not racing. Who am I racing? Not this guy. He's got an aerodynamic truck. He doesn't even need to conserve on fuel like I do. You don't need to get back over, buddy. This lane's ending. Don't bother getting back over. There you go. Now you get it. Now you understand. But yeah, I just hit 55 miles an hour. So that's what driving, you know, like the right way, quote unquote, driving with the, you know, looking at the boost gauge, making sure you're staying under 20 pounds of boost, trying to conserve on fuel. That's what that looks like. Like a 3-minute acceleration basically to get up to 55 miles an hour. So this is gonna be hard, guys. This is gonna be really hard for me to do. Let's go. Slowest truck climbing this hill, but trying to keep the boost low. I'm actually a little over 20 right now. I'm close to 25 pounds of pressure in the exhaust manifold turbo. So thing is that my gear ratio is made for cruising. It's a 308 gear ratio. And so the lower your gear ratio, the worse it is for climbing and for accelerating. It's made kind of for cruising. Like when I'm cruising, I can keep my boost low and I can just cruise at like 70 miles an hour and get good fuel mileage. But when I'm climbing, it's a different story. Totally different story. So in order for me to get good fuel mileage, I've got to slow just so far down. I mean, this is uncharted territory for me to run this truck this slow up this hill. But I'm just trying to conserve fuel, man. I'm trying to run this thing at 20 pounds of manifold pressure and not go up over 30, almost 40 like I do usually. Usually I climb this hill at about 40, 45 miles an hour depending on my weight. I think I usually do with this load, with this 37,000 pound load, I usually run at about 42 miles an hour for most of like the longer poles. Maybe even 44, I forget. But the way I'm pulling it now, I'm pulling it at about 32 miles an hour, 33. So definitely the slowest one on the hill today. And I got all this power. I got all this just right at my fingertips, but I'm trying to hold back. Trying to hold back. So I will catch up with you guys down the road, man, because this is going to take a while to get up this hill at this rate. All right, we're trucking right along right here on Highway 58. I don't know who it was. Someone just hollered at me on channel 19 and they said, "Oh, Gordo Velox." But by the time I answered, it sounded like we were out of range already. My antenna is a little bit short and gets blocked by the reefer unit. So I need to get a taller antenna that sticks up a little bit above my reefer unit so I can get better reception. When guys are going the other direction, once they get behind me, it's really hard. They go out of range really quickly. But so whoever you were, thanks for hollering at me. Maybe I'll get a better antenna here in the coming future, and I won't get out of range so quickly. But thanks for saying what's up, and we're gonna keep on trucking along. Let's go. All right, I just stopped over here at the Loves in Boron, and check this out. There's a Peterbilt over here, and I met the owner who's sitting there shining it up. You guys see it? See that truck? That is Jeff, and now I'm second guessing myself on his name, but he's got the polish out and the grinder wheel on the drill, and he's the polish wheel on the drill, and he's just going to town on it. But anyway, let me show you guys. I'll show you this picture that I have on my phone from when I was ordering my truck. You know, I was looking around at all these different trucks I saw on the internet, and look at this truck right here. And so I had downloaded that picture on my phone, and that is a rendering of his truck before it was built by 12 Gauge Customs. And he's had it for 8 years, and yeah, he's runs it out of Canada. So he was doing doubles work up there, but now he's running this these pump trailers. So anyway, I got talking to him, and really nice guy. Of course, all Canadians are nice. I don't know what the deal is with that. You guys are way too nice up there north of the border. But anyway, so that truck, I mean, because I don't know if you guys remember, those of you who were subscribed to my channel back then. I mean, I think I only had like, I don't even know how many subscribers way back when I was going to order the truck. My first idea, my first thought, when I first thought, okay, I'm going to order a new truck, I'm going to get to paint it however I want, this was what I wanted it to look like right here. White and black, Seminole paint scheme. That was the work that my brother did. My brother did a rendering to show me what it would look like, kind of my ideas out on paper. And
that was what I was gonna go with. And then we got delayed and we got delayed and we got delayed and we got delayed. And then when it came time to actually order the truck, I pulled a last minute switch, and I had been on that, you know, white and black Seminole for, gosh, over a year. I was sold on it. I was not going to change my mind. And then I decided at the last minute to go all black with chrome, and that was kind of my my last minute change. So anyway, it was really cool because I saw that truck and I'm like, gosh, there can't be that many trucks like that with that paint scheme. And sure enough, that was the rendering of the truck. I didn't even know that was like an artist's rendering. The one that I had downloaded, I thought that was a real truck. You can't really tell that it's been photoshopped. It looks super you know, realistic, professional type of photoshopping there to get that design on there. So anyway, kind of cool. I'm glad I got to run into him, and shoot, we're gonna keep on trucking. Let's go. All right, we made it back over here to Vegas, just in time for some dinner. So yeah, we're gonna get something to eat, make a quick work of this drive. Nothing happened special on the way since I last talked to you, so just one potty break, I think. One potty break, and that was it. And now we're here. So we got some options. I'll show you guys what options we got right now. All right, we got S&S barbecue. I got scolded last time for getting the corned beef and cabbage instead of the barbecue over there. We got Tacos El Gordo, or I guess there's always Denny's. Meh. Yeah, right. I think I'm feeling tacos. I think we're gonna go get Tacos El Gordo. I think I'm gonna get a couple mulas. Let's go. All right, what do you guys think? Those mulas, no cilantro this time, no onions, but I got grilled onions on the side. That's where it's at. These are little like quesadilla style things, and that meat's fresh. I'm telling you, it's fresh. I can't wait. Ooh. All right, so I killed it. I murdered those mulas. I think I know why they call them mulas, because they're money. They're so money and they don't even know it. Oh my gosh, I knew I was gonna like it because last time I liked it, and it was had cilantro in it. And I hate cilantro, but still I could tell like the whole thing of it was gonna be good. And this time without cilantro on it, oh my gosh, so bomb. And then I got grilled onions with it this time. Ooh, that was life-changing, guys. That was life-changing. And they're open late, 2 a.m. on the weekdays, 4 a.m. on the weekends. It's like Vegas, baby, Vegas. Well, I'm gonna get back in the truck and we're gonna get down the road. Let's go. All right, we're getting out of Morton's. I cleaned my windshield and I cut my thumb, so I had to go in and get some Band-Aids and some Neosporin, and it's I just barely sliced like hit my visor, and I don't know, I bumped it before and I've never been cut, because that was sharp, man. That was like a knife. It just went straight into my skin like a razor blade, and I was like, what did I just do that on? Like I was looking for some like I don't know, something sharper than my visor, but yeah, apparently my visor is sharp enough to cut like a knife. So I gotta be a little more careful when I clean my windshield, because I bled all over it and had to clean it again. It was a pretty deep little thing. It's one of those ones too where like it's on the very tip of my thumb, so when I bend my thumb it kind of, uh-oh, what happened here? Did he break down, or did he bump him? He gave me the peace sign as I was looking, so I can't tell, but he put out his triangle, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, all right, we're gonna get on down to Utah. I'll talk to you guys when we get there. Let's go. we have come to the end of our time together. But hey, it's not really the end. It's just a see you later. It's a you know, pause. It's a momentary thing, because you guys know I'm gonna have another video tomorrow, because that's just how I roll. When I'm rolling this truck, I'm rolling the camera. When I'm rolling the camera, I'm making the videos for you guys. And hey, sometimes they suck, sometimes they're boring, but sometimes they're not. And you never know. You never know. You gotta watch. You gotta watch and find out if it's gonna be exciting, boring, fun, just terrible. You know, if I'm gonna, one of these days I'm gonna trip and fall. Who was it? Rich Taco? I think it was Rich Taco. Maybe, forgive me if it was someone else, said we got to get a blooper of you falling when you're running backwards towards the truck when you roll the music. I'm like, hey, if and when that happens, because I'm sure it will at some point, but when that happens, it will be on camera and you guys will get to see it. But hopefully it never does, but I'm pretty sure it will at some point. But anyway, so you never know what's going to happen. You got to watch till the end. Nothing exciting is going to happen at the end of this one. I'm definitely not going to run like I did last week. That was dumb. As far as the fuel thing goes, you know, I put $500 in at the beginning of the day to start out the week. It was a little under a half tank, and that put me up about 7/8 of a tank. So I used up a lot of that fuel to get here. By the time I get back, it'll be a quarter tank when I get to Mesquite, Nevada to put fuel in. So we'll be able to put a ton of that cheap fuel in, and hopefully maximize our savings this week. I think more than anything, I mean, getting fuel for $3.99 tomorrow will help, as long as the price doesn't go up tonight. But also, I think just driving with that feather foot instead of the lead foot, I think that's really where we're going to see the savings and where I'm going to make a difference on my bottom line. And so we'll see how that goes. But this is the end of the video. Love you guys. Peace out. See you on the next load.